Great.
Wonderful. So I want to welcome all of our guests here. We have Angela, Nadine, Shirley, and Stephanie. We have our business partners. I'm joined here with Kathy Weathersby, our VP of Finance, as well as Doris Mosley, who is our VP of our hair division at Wakana. And we're going to kind of switch it up, do something a little different. We're going to start with Doris Mosley, and then we'll move into our other parts that we're going to present about CBD in our company. So Doris Mosley is out of California, LA. She's an icon in the industry. She has been an entrepreneur as well as a teacher. She has really built the business in the West Coast with our amazing products, as well as her psychologist. So she really concentrates on the disease of the scalp and hair. And so I'm going to give it to Doris Mosley. You can take it away.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rita and Kathy. It is so great to be here today. I just want to start, I say, to God be the glory. And I just want to share about 3 treatments with you guys that are presently using the product. And you just, as we always like to take things to another level. So why not? I enjoy the product, and I always trying to do something. What can I do? What can I add? What can I do to make it even take it to another level? So we have hemp powered hair, although renewing shampoo is up on the screen, but hemp powered hair is like the baby of them all that started the whole thing. And what I did, I took the hemp powered hair, and first of all, let's use it for where it was formulated to be used, because it has such great oils in there that specific for a particular reason why they chose that particular oil, starting with the black seed oil, because a lot of people have the itchy scalp. So we have the black seed oil in there for that. And then I'm going to share the fact that we have clove. Clove oil is for shedding. And our citrix is for deep cleansing of those pores as well as the shaft. So I'm going to share right now how you use the hemp powered hair. The hemp powered hair is first used directly on the scalp in the challenge area where hair is being lost. Now, hair right now, alopecia is at an all-time epidemic, and alopecia is simply the medical term for baldness. So what I've done, I've used it the way it was formulated to be used. You take hemp powered hair and you drop it directly on the scalp, but you do not let the nozzle touch the scalp or the hair, because you don't want to contaminate your product. And you massage it in at least 3 times a week. And anytime you're massaging, you make sure that you're doing it in an upward motion. That means you're bringing the blood to that area, because we have peppermint oil in our hemp powered hair, and that is very stimulating to the blood circulation. Then we place it under the tongue at least 3 times a week, and using it as a tincture, which it gets into the system that much faster. So and you do at least about 5 drops. And if you have severe hair loss, you do it twice a day. In the morning, when I was very challenged, I did it in the morning and I did it at night. And you wait about 60 seconds before you swallow. And then you make sure that you're getting it in your system in a timely manner. So that was the way you use it, the original way that you use it to get full effect of it. And then we take the renewing shampoo. The renewing shampoo, when you think of the word renewing, you say, is it going to fix something? Well, it's just going to renew what's already going on within it. And what I love about it, it cleans that shaft. The hair is made of 2 parts. It's the root, which is beneath the scalp, and where the follicles, which supports the shaft, and it's the shaft, which is above the scalp. So we have to deep cleanse that shaft so we can make sure that everything you do after that is being effective. So people who wear wigs, okay, weaves, you want to protect those braids. So this is another treatment. After you shampoo with our renewing shampoo, you're going to rinse well, condition with our moisturizing conditioner, and you're going to place them under the dryer. Because now remember, you're wearing a weave, the hair is braided down, and the weave tracks are sewn onto the braids. So that means it is very stationary. The hair is going to shed. You shed anywhere from 50 to 100 strands a day. Now, if you braid it up, that means it didn't get out. So in our hemp powered hair, we have clove. Clove minimize that shedding. So this is a treatment. You're going to take a bottle, a spray bottle, and you're going to put in there at least an ounce, a half an ounce to an ounce of water, depending on the uh, the person's head size. Right now, you're not dealing with the hair because it's weave hair. It's not hair that's growing out of the follicle. You're concerned about the braided down hair, the person's natural hair. So you're going to shampoo great, you're going to condition good, and then you're going to rinse well. And when you rinse well, I mean thoroughly rinse well. And you're going to place them under a preheated dryer. You're going to, at this time, you're going to mix anywhere from a half an ounce to an ounce of water. You're going to put 12 drops of the hemp powered hair. Now, remember what I said about hemp powered hair. We have cloves in there. Cloves help minimize the shedding. And then we also have black seed oil. A lot of itches going on when you're wearing those type of hairstyles. So you dry the hair 50%. I call it the 50-50. 50%. And then they come from under the dryer. You're going to saturate with the spray and the 12 drops of oil. Shake it up well as you spray the braided down hair. And then after you cover every track, you're going to now place them back under the dryer and you're going to dry completely 100%. Why do you dry 100%? Because if the hair is left moist, it can cause mildew. Okay. Now, again, hair is going to shed at this point. It sheds naturally. That's the natural thing. But you can minimize that shedding. And I notice that when I take my clients weave down that have had that treatment, it's less hair shedding and the hair is in great condition. That is a plus plus. Okay. Now, then you move on to condition, and then you also do that to hair that is not braided down. What you do is after you shampoo and condition the hair, you towel dry really good and you spray that same mixture. Now you're just concerned about the hair because you already know it's going to hit the scalp. But you want to focus in now on the hair and make sure that it is at its healthiest state by doing this. And it is a difference. You got to do it, you guys, to see the difference. And you blow dry the treatment into that. Now, I don't say just plain conditioner at this point. It's a conditioning treatment. Now, remember when you use the word treatment, it's like they're going to a doctor. When you go to a doctor, the doctor gave you a treatment. That means you can put a little extra on it if you wanted to, because you are using your product to its fullest. And now the third treatment is your conditioner. You want to always make sure that hair is hydrated, and you want to make sure that it has balance in the protein area. So you want to take your conditioner, your moisturizing conditioner, and you want to add oil to it. Now, if you feel at that point, the person could still use a little hemp powered hair, you can add anywhere from 3 to 6 drops in that mixture. And you want to comb it through the hair, and you want to place them under the dryer for at least uh, 15 minutes, but have the dryer already hot. You can also put some peppermint oil in there, which just help stimulates the scalp and is very relaxing. And when a person is relaxed, the blood flows better, and it's very great for the scalp. It's great for the hair. It's very hydrating, and you will see a difference in that hair. And I think I shared the client last week that I only done her for 6 weeks, and she was so excited. And her hairstylist was so excited because I had to return her back to her hairstylist because of my injury. But I just want you guys to know those 3 treatments I just shared with you today will make a major difference in your client's hair because we have that type of product. And you also have your styling cream. The styling cream is done after you do the detangler leave-in. And the detangler is just to help you comb that hair easier. The detangler is also to keep that hair even more hydrated because you want to make sure you keep the balance. Hair is made of moisture and protein. So you want to make sure that it is not over moisturized or over proteinized. You want to keep the balance there. And that's why I am, and so many other people are excited about our Save on Our Strand system and our hemp-powered hair because it has made a major difference. And oud oil, I don't know how many of you do a lot of thermal work, but we do a lot of thermal out here in California. So oud oil is like a perfect match for the hair to just add a little shine to it because the hair is already shining from all the other stuff. But just to put the icing on the cake, as I say, then we use a little oud oil in there, and it just makes such a great difference. So the SOS system is a system that needs to be the #1 system, not just for Wakanda, but for the world. Eventually it will be because heads are turned when they see how the hair is looking. Back to you, Dr. Rita.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Doris. Thank you.
You are
So what
so
we'll
welcome.
do for everybody on the line, we'll get that in a slide so that you can see exactly those amounts of products that you can use. We'll get that and we'll place it, post it on the Facebook page of Wakana as well. So we will get that to you this week. I'm going to
Great.
share with them about CBD because all of our products in the SOS system, with the exception of the oud body oil and of course the peppermint, all of the other products do contain CBD. And we're going to talk about CBD, where it comes from and how it works and why it's so important to have the CBD, cannabidiol, in the formulations of our products here at Wakana. So CBD or cannabidiol comes from the cannabis sativa plant. The plant does have 2 species. Many of us on the line have heard about marijuana. It is a species that gives us the high, the euphoria, the paranoia, even the munchies, right? And it does that because marijuana has a high percentage of delta-9 THC. So that compound or cannabinoid is the reason why when folks consume marijuana, they do get a high or a euphoria and sometimes even a paranoia. Whereas hemp, the other species where our products are sourced from, the hemp species, it contains less than 0.3% of THC. So with that being said, none of the products will give you a high, a paranoia, or euphoria, and hemp has over 10–20% of CBD. So we refer to hemp as the health without the high. So our products are sourced from the hemp plant, and our products are legal in all 50 states under the 2018 Farm Bill. And we have infused our shampoo, our moisturizer, our leave-in detangler, our styling cream with the CBD. So there are many medicinal benefits of CBD. You know, we have products that can assist with sleep, with inflammation, with pain, but more specifically, when we talk about the skin, which is the largest organ in the body, and when we specifically look at the fact that the scalp, when your scalp is unhealthy, well, it makes it for a very unhealthy environment for the hair follicle to grow and to be luxurious and thick and healthy. So CBD, with the respect to the scalp and the hair follicle, helps to reduce bacterial overgrowth. It helps to reduce inflammation. It really does help the hair follicle and the nutrients by the blood vessels that are feeding the hair follicles. It really helps those blood vessels to dilate or vasorelax so that nutrients can aid in the benefits of the hair growth and the hair follicle. So yes, CBD is very important to have in our shampoo, in our moisturizer, in our leave-in detangler, in our styling cream, because CBD is aiding and restoring and allowing the hair follicle to be in the best health, so to speak, that it can be in. There are other cannabinoids or compounds that the hemp plant produces. The two main ones are CBD and THC, but we do know that CBG and CBC and CBN, all of these other cannabinoids or compounds really are important to synergistically really aid not only on a cellular level in our body, but also in the area of the hair follicle and the scalp as it relates to hair growth. So there is science behind how CBD works. A lot of folks that have never heard of CBD, but have heard of cannabis, don't understand that there are thousands of studies that have utilized cannabis to improve health and wellness. Cannabis has been used since 2737 BC. So it is not until recently that it's become mainstream. And now we're seeing a lot of big institutions like UC San Diego and other large institutions, teaching institutions that now are doing studies in utilizing CBD, not only for the hair and hair growth and alopecia and addressing hair shedding, like we heard Doris speak about, but other things like PTSD, depression, anxiety, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, autoimmune disease. The list goes on. And this is a science behind how it works. This is a science behind how when you use hemp-powered hair, or when you use our SOS system with the shampoo and conditioner and leave-in detangler and styling cream, why it works. And it's through the endocannabinoid system. This is a system that every single one of us on the line has. And it is one of the most vital regulatory systems in our body. And it is looking for cannabis. So when we consume CBD topically, when we consume it internally, when we eat gummies, or we use the hemp-powered hair and we put it under our tongue or on our scalp, there are receptors in the skin. And these receptors, when they bind to the CBD, they actually send signals to have a physiological response. Now, the physiological response can be reducing the inflammation in the scalp, reducing the anxiety in someone's life, to improving sleep, to improving blood sugar, but also, again, as it relates to getting nutrients to the hair follicles, it can cause those blood vessels that are feeding the follicle to dilate and improve blood flow. So the science is there, the science is proven, and This is science that really helps you understand that CBD is not a snake oil, it's not a magical potion, but it's a very vital regulatory system that allows CBD to work in the body. So I am going to give it over now to Kathy to give us some information about Wakana, about our leadership, and the opportunity that we have for each and every one of you on the line to be a part of our movement. Kathy, you can take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rita. Wonderful, wonderful information given by both you and Doris. And so now I hope that our guests, as well as our distributors, are empowered now to be able to, to understand that these products are effective, they're safe, they really are there to be able to, give you the best hair ever. And then, of course, why they're so good, right? So give me just a moment. I'm having some issues with this particular. Oh, there it is. All right, good. It did come out. It's still opening. All righty. Okay, that's interesting. Dr. Rita, you might be able to. Would you happen to be able to pull up my slides? For some reason,
Sure.
it's still opening from
Let me
half
get,
an hour ago.
oh, really? Let me
Yeah.
get your slides here. And if you have any questions for either any of us, you can put it right there in the chat box and we will get to those questions.
Thank you, Dr. Rita. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
There you are. I see you. I think I just need to download a new version of PowerPoint. I think that might be what the problem is.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Dr. Rita. Between you and Doris, you represent two of the executive board that have made Wakana the crown jewel of CBD. Wakana is way more than a company. We are a movement with a vision to help end, we exist to help end that negative stigma that's caused communities around the world to suffer and to lose out on the health and the wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. In fact, our mission is to be a catalyst to stir that movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs and formulators and investors, evoking the courage and the strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. Next, you're going to see our four co-founders. Dr. Rita is one of the four co-founders. She's a professional with over 30 years of experience as an obstetrician gynecologist. And then she became a cannabis expert, which really led to her now being an instructor for trichologists. Dr. Rita's expertise is so valued that the Illinois legislature interviewed her, consulted with her as they were passing adult cannabis laws there in Illinois. Dr. Patricia Van Pelt is our president and our wealth pillar. She helps us with our wealthy mindset in really sharing her story of coming from humble beginnings all the way up to a life in politics, where she's currently serving a third time and hopefully a fourth time as state senator there in Illinois. Melissa Boston is our visionary, our CEO, and our legacy pillar. She actually left corporate America to grab her time freedom back so that she could spend time with those that mean the most to her. Getting back into corporate America meant getting into the cannabis industry, where she was able to take the first company she was CEO of from $8,000 to $250,000 a month. When the vision for Wakana came, she partnered with Dr. Rita and the other two pillars and created the crown jewel of CBD. Phyllis Nash is our Chief Sales Officer and our Freedom Pillar. She's a lifelong entrepreneur with over 35 years of experience in both traditional and in home-based business. She's a leader that has led the charge at Wakana as our first diamond, our first double diamond. And as our Chief Sales Officer, we affectionately call her the midwife of Wakana because she helps us to birth so many possibilities. In fact, these four ladies have opened a window that allows you as a business-minded person to think about becoming a dispensary owner in this multi-billion-dollar CBD industry. At the end of last year, we closed nearly $7 million in cumulative sales in just a short period of time. In fact, the cannabis industry is booming, going from illegal to essential and during the pandemic, and creating opportunities that have still yet to be realized. Now, the Farm Bill of 2014 is what makes CBD legal everywhere. It was there to protect research into hemp. And under the 2018 Farm Bill, which lifted several of the restrictions from the first bill, it really made CBD a main crop. Industrial hemp, which is where we derive our CBD, it made it a mainstream crop. In fact, the CBD revenue, just CBD revenue, not cannabis in general, but the CBD revenue is already in the billions, and it is touted to go to over $20 billion by 2024. Guys, that's only a year and a half from now. And so really participating with Wakana, becoming a partner, if you're a stylist on the line, an esthetician, a massage therapist, really thinking about participating with Wakana means that you also get to participate based on those wonderful products that Dr. Rita went over. We have product lines that allow you to participate in several multi-billion-dollar industries. Not only the $7 billion a CBD industry, but the weight loss industry, wellness and immune, essential oils, skincare, and of course, our subject today, the $87 billion hair care industry. And so Dr. Rita has already talked to you about what CBD is. That's it for me. And if you guys have any other questions, then we can certainly take those, because you have the experts here, both on the traditionally trichologist side, and then from a medical standpoint, Dr. Rita adds another layer of expertise.
Thank you so much, Kathy. That was fantastic. I want to just encourage our listeners, who I believe are all business partners here with Wakana. If you're a guest, please let us know and put in the chat that you're a guest, because we'd love to just welcome you again to our Zoom. This Zoom occurs every Monday at 2:30 Central Standard Time. We encourage you, business partners, to invite your guests. Your guests can be stylists, they can be barbers, they can be estheticians, they can just be guests that are not in the hair industry as well. We just welcome everyone, because this information is so valuable. We believe that it's so valuable because so many people are facing hair loss, excessive shedding, dryness, brittle hair. A lot of our family members that may have had COVID have had residual hair loss and thinning from that infection. So we want everyone to really get this information, because these products work. And these products are products that you can utilize if you're doing your hair at home, or you can take them to your stylist and leave it there at the salon. So each and every time that you're getting your hair done, they can use these products exclusively on your hair. Unless Doris states, you gotta use these products for them to work, right? They don't work if they're still on the shelf or underneath your cabinet at home. They've got to be utilized in the hair, on the scalp, on a consistent basis, so that you can see the results that hundreds of people have seen in our company. Let's see if there's a question. No, just some great comments. Thank you, Shirley, and thank you, Stephanie. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Doris?
No, just follow the process. You know, I encourage people every day to just use the product and get the results that I've gotten and everybody else are getting. So for them to just stay with the process, stay with the program, and they'll be satisfied.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So can these products be used on children? Because I think you have
Of
a
course.
granddaughter, right?
Yes. Her mom used the product on her, and her hair is simply gorgeous. Yes. The product, there's no chemicals in the product. So it's all natural, all organic, natural oils that has been blended together for it to work the way it was formulated to work. So children are safe to use it. You can even use it on pets. Everywhere there's a follicle, where there's hair, you can use the product.
Absolutely. And that is what's key. Our products don't have the paraffin, those horrible chemicals
Right.
that are being absorbed in your body, because the skin, again, being the largest organ, whatever you put on your skin, there is some absorption into your body. So we have products that have no chemicals, all natural products, all natural essential oils for the health of your hair, your skin, and your body.
And just always remember, listeners, that your hair is an appendage of skin. So just like the oud oil was really originally formulated for skin, but you can use it on your hair. Great results. We realized that we had to have a buffer for the heat. So the oud oil was perfect. So just always remember that hair is an appendage of skin as well as nails.
Fantastic. So when we talk about alopecia, can you let our audience know if alopecia can be cured?
Yes, some of the practice that we are using presently on our hair, the mechanical part of it, if we just switch that up, for instance, if the tight braiding, if you continue with that and continue with the tight application of the weaves, wearing a lot of wigs with no protection around your hairline, that is not good. That is definitely can end up in traction alopecia, and to the point where there's no return. Also, CCCA, which we talked about that, which is central, starting in the top area, centrifugal, it starts to spread out. Cicatricial, which is scartitia alopecia, they found that it's hot comb related, it's chemical related. So if you pull back on the heat and stay away from the chemicals, even color and chemical straighteners, all of that is playing a part when it comes to CCCA. The dermatologists, they have found that, and they also have found the gene that is related to that. So we can slow it down, and it can be reversed if we stop doing what we're doing. And most people don't want to stop. They don't want to stop wearing the weaves. They don't want to stop wearing the wigs. They don't want to stop. They don't want to give up the relaxers. They don't want to give up the color. So if they don't want to change some things, it can continue to become permanent.
Well, Doris, I've given up the relaxers. I've given up the color.
Great.
I'm going through a transition now. As the color is growing out, the gray is coming in. This morning, I, shampooed my hair. I conditioned it with our SOS system. I put the leave-in detangler in. Can you walk me through what my week should look like with the other products? I'm just wearing my hair natural.
I
have a hat on. I have a hat on right now. That's why I don't have my video on.
I think I
have my
sent
hat
you.
on.
Yay! You still look good.
I don't want to take my hat off because I don't know honestly what I'm going to do with my hair.
So you're growing out. You're growing out of the relaxer. That's what I hear.
Right.
I would love to know what your natural texture is like, because you can put your oud oil on, and I think I sent you a bottle of foam just to see, where we headed, and just put those two together and just, comb your hair good with the detangler, and just put that on it and just let it take on its natural curl pattern and see what you have. See
Okay.
what you have. And for as color is concerned, you can do henna. Henna is a natural color coming out of the earth.
So could I put henna on my hair, or do I have to have a stylist put henna on my
You
hair?
can put it on. You can put
Okay.
henna on.
Okay.
You can put henna on, and that's natural. That's all natural.
So there's no chemicals in henna.
There should not be. There
Oh.
should not be any chemicals in henna, because henna is our earth. If you were in the country and you dug deep into the soil, you come up with some clay that was colorful, and that's where henna should be coming from the soil.
Well, I saw some henna today at the health food store. So,
Okay, well, it shouldn't be no chemicals in that.
okay, great. So you're saying that my week should be utilizing the oud oil
Oud
on my
oil,
hair and the
get some of the
styling
foam,
cream together.
and the styling cream,
Okay.
and see what your natural texture takes on.
I think my
Because
natural texture is angry.
well, it probably it probably is. I was saying, what happened to that chemical?
I think I have an angry natural texture, but
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
Did you
That
say
could be.
angry?
Angry.
Is
And
that
you
a
know what else?
trichology term?
No, it's not a trichology term. But honestly, guys, I have a fine texture.
I bet you have a nice curl pattern, your natural curl pattern. It will take on. I bet you when I see you, I'm going to show you some tricks with that. But
Okay.
I bet you have some nice natural curl because we have been heating it up, relaxing it, straightening it out. And remember, ladies and gentlemen that are on the line, you can permanently press your hair through heat. It will not revert back to its natural state. So once you get all that heat off of there and just see what your natural curl pattern is, and I bet you got a nice curl pattern.
Well,
It's
thank you.
just going through the process. Trust
Be
me, it's a
be
process.
be happy with whatever your nappy is.
Yes,
That's right.
that's it.
Some
That's
of us
it.
are nappier than others, but
Yep,
that's just because our curl pattern is tight.
exactly. We can do a comb. You can do a comb twist. Just twist your hair and let it do what it do. As the
I'm
kids say, let it do what it do.
I'm telling
Lord have
you,
mercy.
this is the best time in life for empowerment on hair,
Mm-hmm.
because Dr. Rita, Doris, and myself grew up with no encouragement to be natural whatsoever.
Exactly.
Um, and actually encouragement and really more pushing, forcing to assimilate. And so now the freeing of our hair is fantastic. One of these days, I'll tell you my hair journey with employment, but I'll tell you that it's definitely encouraging to see professionals like you guys being able to see the full circle come around where you can empower people to have natural products with their natural hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Which I,
Dr. Rita, just relax and let it flow.
yeah, which I really love, and I really regret allowing myself and my daughter wear weaves and braids, because truly, the effect of all of that traction,
Mm-hmm.
and then you add on the fact that I'm menopausal and I have a loss of estrogen and progesterone, those hormones. It's just a vicious cycle, and you're trying to hide something. And as you're trying to hide beneath braids and weaves,
Mm-hmm.
causing more breakage and damage.
More
I
traction.
think, yeah, I thank God for these products, and I'm excited that I've embraced this beautiful grayness that's about to happen. But right now, I'm still in between. Am I going to get that short, sharp kind of barber cut, or am I going to let it grow out and wear a natural, more of a natural?
But you can get your sides and back cut down and let the top and the occipital area grow on, blend them out,
Okay.
go a little long. And you'll see, because, and I don't understand, and y'all excuse the snores, but I don't understand why hairstylists don't be honest
Yeah.
and stop the madness, because that hair didn't come out overnight.
Right.
It was a progression of coming out because of the mechanical service that they've been getting. And instead of them being truthful, by the time the client really know what's going on, she doesn't, her braid is now by her ear and across the top. Now she have alopecia frambosis, alopecia, frontal. She have no hair. And I always say that's not fair. But money is, you're not gonna have, soon they won't have no hair to braid on or sew on, so they're gonna go to a wig and they're gonna leave you. But you just be honest, people. Be honest and stop it. Stop it.
Well, this has been a great discussion. Are there any questions out there? I just kind of took over the conversation. If there's any questions, you can put it right there in the chat. If not, Kathy, you want to tell us what's going on tonight in the world of Wakana?
Absolutely. So tonight is Monday. It is time for the virtual party, the virtual corporate party. That is a Zoom, guys, where you can invite your guest in order to be able to see the full regalia of Wakana. I mean, starting from Dr. DJ Roz, who's going to really bring in the Monday with some R&B. And then at the top of the hour, and the top of the hour being 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, where you'll be able to really learn about the company, our products, and even get to see an infused segment as well as our compensation plan. So invite your guests, make sure that you are there to continue to edify yourself with knowledge about Wakana, its products, and our whole culture. So we look forward to seeing you tonight, 6, 8, and 9 p.m. And that's it for me.
Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate all that you do. Thank you, Doris. I appreciate all that you do. And thank you to our business partners. Thank you for showing up. And thank you to our guests. We will see you next Monday at 2:30 Central Standard Time. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you this evening. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Thank you, Kathy.